Hello there, fellow summoners, Mad Dog HT here, and I got another Abyss video. This is Red Skull from my Path 4 run, the final path. So this is the third time I've encountered this madman. This time around, instead of going with straight Doom, which is what I did pretty much the other rounds, I went a different route to use team revives. So I had came in here. I had on the prior fights, I had did a team revive and did some team health pots before I got in, and so most of the champs are healed up except Human Torch. He's already dead. But so I'm gonna go in, and the strategy is to, with Corvus, try to get the specials, particularly the L2 when Red Skull is above 2 bars, and right there that doesn't help when you just get totally smacked in the face by an L2. But I did, as the fight goes on, I do get really comfortable with my strategy on how to evade his L2. It looks really spazzy. It actually felt a little bit spazzy, but it worked, and I end up doing a quintuple dash back. So basically, once he starts to throw that special 2, I do 5 dash backs that are quick, all equally timed, and basically the first 2 dashes just get out of range. The third dash dashes from that cube. The fourth dash is just a rhythm dash, and the fifth one evades the last beam, and sometimes it will evade the whole thing, and then sometimes there'll be a partial parry in there, but you'll see that coming up. I think I get smacked, see, like right there, I did it, but there was like a run with Aegon towards the end of the fight where I think I max comboed out, and I was just in a rhythm. I realized that 5 dashes is overkill. You don't need them. He really only has 2 parts of the special that will actually hit you, besides the very first part if you're super close. Like right there, boom, 5 dashes. I mean, it looks spazzy, but for me, a lot of my game style for attacking and whatnot is all about rhythm, and if you can get in a rhythm, if it works, do it. So that's my rhythm, is this 5 quintuple dash back. It's kind of crazy, but hey, it works. So I have some decent runs. This Corvus run's going okay, but you can see that I haven't been getting a lot of the hits when Red Skull is above 2 bars of power. So in my future attempts, I will do better. And there I hit into his block and died. But overall, I do use 3 team revives. And as far as people that I like, actual fight attempts, there's 16. So I have 4 attempts with Corvus, 3 attempts with Aegon, 4 attempts with Nick Fury, 2 attempts with Torch, and on the 4th attempt of Doom, I finish him off. So, yeah, Aegon, he is an excellent option here. And there you go, 5 dash backs, totally got the whole full evade. Again, it looks spazzy. There's obviously extra dashes, but for me, it's about that rhythm. So Aegon is excellent. So if you can get an L2 off when he gets above 2 bars of power, then you're going to get a big bleed. I missed there, but hey, I get all those furies off. Granted, he goes into turtle mode and don't get to use it to the max because he's low bar of power. But again, like, if you can get some big hits when he's above 2 bars of power, that's where a lot of the damage is going to come in. So I try to save up and get a L2 off right around when he's about to reach 2 bars of power, or right when he's hitting over it, because you want that to hit. And sometimes you use too much power and then you have to bait out and wait out a special because you basically can't hit him anymore. Otherwise you're going to push into L3 and then you're dead. So this run isn't terrible. Doing okay. I think I'm gonna die here pretty soon, but anyways, that was my strategy. Try to push to L2, try to get my L2s, whether it's with Aegon or with Doom or with Corvus, when he's very close or at 2 bars of power, so you can get that big damage in. That one I missed it. It happens. With Nick Fury, trying to get that light 4th combo light ender, or a 5 combo light ender, to get those big bleeds going when he has 2 bars of power, because if you get that off, it sticks. So even if he throws the L2 and he loses his power bar, that bleed is still going to be ticking super hard. So, and then obviously try to keep the internal bleed up, so that your bleeds last longer and whatnot. And the internal bleed, I mean, you can look, like I just applied that internal bleed and it's doing 300 a tick, which isn't too bad when he was at 1 bar of power. If you can get it when an internal bleed up above 2 bars of power, that it's even more. So, and then obviously with Nick Fury, trying to get to where you have your tactical charges at 15 or more, so you can be fully unblockable. So yeah, I'll just let this play out. This is a really long fight. I think the first time I encountered Red Skull, I was like boosted to the max, and it took like an hour. And then the second time I boosted like crazy again, and it took about just under 50 minutes. This time I don't think I was boosted. I'll have to double check on that. But it took just under around 50 minutes again. So it wasn't bad. And I feel like the cost for 3 revives plus having everybody healed up, 300 units plus having everybody already healed up, it was, that's not too bad. So anyways, you can watch as much as you want. Stick around. I'll be chiming back in if you're around towards the end. So I'm about to combo out on this one. This was a really good run. I think this is the best one that I had. Started at 50%, and I'm going to get him down to like 38%, so it's 12%. So 12% is not too shabby. It sounds like it's not a lot, but because of the way your hits do damage, it's a pretty good chunk, particularly with Aegon. So I'm just trying to go ham here while he's over 2 bars of power, and yeah, well, there we go. That finishes that off. So that's a decent run. I mean, if you did that, you could do that, what, 8 times? 8 times 40 units. If you were to do it that way, is 320 units. I spent 320 units for the 3-team revive, so I felt like this was a decent strategy versus trying to just do single L2 revives. So I'll let the rest play out. All right, coming towards the end here, I was going with Corvus, and like, ooh, I can kill him off. This will be great. Got some charges, plenty of combo left, and I think right here, I don't have the L2 for me to drain him, and it looks like I tried to parry block that, and yeah, I got hit instead of dashing. So just, he's got 100k left, so Doom comes in to finish off this last 2%. This is one of the most painful fights, I feel like, in the Abyss, just because it's so dang long. And yeah, I mean, the fact that it's kind of counterintuitive to how I typically would fight Red Skull, because his L1 he's usually pretty trigger happy with his L1, and his L1 is super easy to evade. So trying to keep him above 2 bars and kind of getting in that rhythm, kind of hard to swap up that mentality. But I don't know, who did you guys use for this fight? Or who do you plan to use? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your strategy is going to be. Yeah, and thanks for sticking by and watching. This is going to finish them off, I think, here really soon. Yeah, and I'll keep these Abyss videos going. I got tons on my phone still. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.